work.
Yeah, we thought they were serial killers.
We got one here for sure.
No, most definitely. Michael Myers.
Well, I'll take two.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I'll take that one.
And that one.
That one too.
And that one too.
And that can come with me too.
Welcome back to the Realtor Chronicles. On today's episode, we have a very special guest.
I'm Jay Osei. Some of you guys may know me as Jonathan, John. But yeah, I guess something about myself. I do comedy now. I'm not a full-time comedian, but I'm getting there. Kind of. I'm working on it.
So how'd you get into comedy?
I just saw other people doing it. I saw like friends and peers giving it a shot. And I just kind of figured, maybe let me try it out. Let me see if it works out for me. Maybe I could do something, like with comedy. Just trying to see like.
How did you enter like the club scene, like from starting to finish? How did you enter like going into like these clubs? Because now you're at like I see you at some bigger places, and I know the first time I saw you were at like a comedy club. I was like, it wasn't like an open mic night or anything. Like you were doing it. Like you were there. Like you weren't the headliner, but like you were in the middle act.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, dang, how'd you get there?
I'm gonna say most of it is like networking. Mm-hmm. People who think you're funny or they think you might have something. They know somebody that knows somebody, and they're like, hey, this guy's good, or he's making his way. He's pretty funny, so they vouch for you. That's pretty much what it is. People vouch for you, and then of course you got to put in the work as a comedian, as writing and doing all that, and then from there you can kind of. Branch off, I guess. So it just kind of caught me by surprise. So I don't know. It works every time.
Did you want to do comedy when you were younger? I know, like, you probably saw a bunch of comedians and...
Oh, yeah. I picture myself doing comedy, but it wasn't, like, my first love, I guess you could say. Like, I was always into the arts since high school, or, like, writing and into theater and all that stuff. But also being an athlete and trying to find a balance. But I said, all right, if I don't make it as a Olympian running track, I got to do something. Whether it's acting or being a comic. But yeah, I just gave it a shot, man, and then started to work out a little bit, I guess you could say.
What's like your routine for like the week? Because I know you probably want to go to like open mic nights, try out materials and stuff like that. You try to hit like 1 or 2 a week?
At least, look, I think I'm falling short on this too. You as a comic, you want to hit at least as many mics as you can, maybe 5. You want to go Monday through Friday if you can. But realistically, if I'm lucky, you got to find a balance. If I don't have a balance, it has to be at least 3 mics within a week. Mm-hmm. 3 mics at least, minimum.
And are you going like everywhere, like all the way to the city, the suburbs, everywhere?
I don't go to the city that often. Like I have to go to the city. I'm trying to expand on that more, but I kind of just been based in pretty much local areas, the burbs, and once I kind of have time, I'll make my way to the city. But
I remember you saying earlier, like you don't go to the city at all.
Often, man, because I don't have time. I gotta find the time. That's why I can't say that I'm a full-time comedian yet, But I'm working on getting there to the right places. I guess you could say. It just takes time, man. It's crazy. So
I mean, yeah, everything takes like 2, 3, 4 years to kind of till you break out, start doing good.
Oh yeah, some people don't make it till they're 45.
Yeah, but they have a lot of materials. So you can always go back now.
Absolutely. So it's just so I wouldn't say it's full time, but it's definitely something that's has the potential to be full time.
Mm-hmm.
But you just gotta put in that work and make it happen.
Now, when you start, like you probably know comedians from like all up and down the spectrums. People that are just starting out, people that are like doing it all the time. What is like the people that do it all the time? What are their schedule like? Are they like doing it? Are they like traveling around the USA?
I would say they're doing everything. Like they have it. Like whatever it is, their outside comic life is balanced. They have it figured out. So once it's balanced, or they have maybe some financial stability, they can make time for that. I mean, you got people that live on the street at the same time that do that, that can make it. But I feel like those you see with more opportunities because they have either financial wealth or or it just took one person to recognize them.
Mm-hmm.
So
how are you advertising like all your stuff?
Man, I'm still figuring it out. Like I don't.
Well, I've seen you like TikTok. I've seen you on Instagram. I see you like your stories sometimes when you have shows.
Right.
Are you doing anything else? Like, how are you building?
Man, that's the thing. You got to network. I'm really an introvert. I'm not really even when I go to these open mics and network with people. I don't talk that often. Like I'm really to myself. I try to, I try to talk, but at the same time, it's just like, man, I'm just observing, very observant. But you kind of got to just network. It's really networking.
So do you go to like? Do you do like? I know you don't talk with them much, but do you do like? Do you hang out with them afterwards?
Oh yeah, I try whenever I can. When I'm not on the clock, or yeah, when I'm not on the clock. But even then, it's like I'm limited.
Mm-hmm.
So I think right now what I'm just trying to do is find a balance between your work life and then the comedy life. And once I get that figured out, I'll be squared away, So it's just about finding that balance. That's what it is. Once you get the balance, you're straight.
Right. Someone was telling me that you can never find balance. It's like you have to go all in one or all in the
They
other.
say that, and that's another thing. They do say that, but you gotta have. Like, we all know we need money.
Yeah.
We all know we need money. I'm not saying it's the most important thing in the world, but in order for you to kind of, what's that? Financial freedom. That's what you need. Some type of financial freedom to kind of set focus.
Mm-hmm.
And once I get that, we'll be all right.
I just had to keep going.
Oh yeah.
So when did I meet you? When did you move to the suburbs? Taking it back.
Man, I don't know. That was a long time ago. Like we went to elementary school. Shoot, what was that like? I had to be at least 6. I had to be 6, I think.
So you moved, or I think you moved out here, started coming up to Edgewood.
Yeah.
And then like we started like hanging out. We had like the neighborhood group.
Yeah.
We didn't know you lived like around the corner. We had to cross that guy's backyard all the time. Which was the weird dude with the long hair, and then there was the other guy that did like home construction or like handyman work.
Yeah, we thought they were serial killers.
We had the long hair for sure.
No, most definitely, Michael Myers.
So we did that, and then we had a bunch of people on your street. We had like Phil, you. We had I think Naomi lived down. Yeah, Naomi lived down the street from you. So I used to like hang out, and then like we used to get into like so many like funny situations, like playing tag at your house.
Oh yeah. Come on, Mama used to whoop us with the belt. Come on, yeah, we played tag because we live right like near the wooded area. There's a huge wooded area. Man, I remember those days. Those were fun. But I had to be at least 6 when I moved there because that's how I kind of know everyone from Murphy. Because remember, I transferred schools. I went from
Where did you live
Woodridge.
beforehand?
I lived in Waterbury.
Okay.
So I lived in Woodridge, and then from there I moved towards Everglade.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I know everybody because I went to 2 different elementary schools.
Yeah, because I remember you came, and it was just like you already knew some people from Murphy.
Yeah, Josh, Keenan, everybody, Jeremy. We all came up together. So it's
And then I also remember like we used to have like you had that basketball hoop at your house, and like for tag you had to learn how to hop fences because you had 2 fences. Like if you were running from somebody, you had to hop the first fence. Run around the house, hop the second fence, and if you weren't fast, you were getting caught every single time.
Absolutely. That's what you had.
You had to plan how to get people.
Yeah. Who got caught? Someone was always to get caught.
Bro, it was me for sure.
You could hop the fence.
I had to like put my foot in. Like other people could just run up and grab the fence and just like jump and just clear it. And I'm just like, man, I can't clear. I'm not tall enough yet. And then I got tall, and there was no problem.
You like 6'5" now.
I'm 6'2".
6'4". 6'4".
6'4".
Tell ladies you 6'2". Don't tell them. Tell you 6'5". You can get away with it. Everybody doing it. Me, I gotta be true with my height. I don't 6 foot.
But yeah, I remember the sleepovers. I remember the kind of everything. Like
we had a. I'm trying to. What was the time? All right, it was. I think it was my birthday. I was turning 10. I think I was turning 10, and you, me, Cayman, Matt Buchko. My mom she let everybody stay the night.
bro, everybody was
They used to always come over at my house. Everyone would stay out. We stayed until like almost 6 a.m.
But that was... Who got sick at your house? They had some food and they got sick.
Was it Devin? Devin got sick. That's what it was. Devin got sick. I remember he had some cake or something. and he like vomited it all over the place. I remember. So
It was time for him to go home.
yeah, he went home. I think he just wanted to go home though. It was too much going on. We had like going back to your question earlier. We used to play this game, Make You Laugh, to see who can laugh. All right, so I think that's what did it. That was one of the games we used to play, and it was whoever laughs had to be the person to make everybody else laugh. We used to play that, so I remember that. So that was another inspiration that kind of allowed me to get into comedy. I remember those, but I also remember we all got our ass whooped, chased around the house.
Oh, yeah, you're all whooping ass. Bro, I remember that one time where I spent the night and your brother whooped everybody's ass.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I just like looked down and he was like fighting your sister, and then like he was fighting you. All of a sudden, you're like, it was like a horror movie. You're just like hanging out to the door and you're like, help, and like you just like let go and you split out the room. I was like, oh, he's done for sure.
Nah, yeah, I remember that. Those are the times he used to choke. Because we was big in WWE, so he used to choke slam. Yeah, see, the thing is, I still got PTSD from that. You get choke slam on concrete, or choke slam on a living room couch, on a mattress.
It still hurts.
Yeah, most definitely.
I remember he had all the toys, all the WWE toys. He had like a garbage bag full of them. I was like, man, what's going on?
I still got them. I'm not even going to touch them. I'm going to sell them on the market at some point. They're worth a lot right now. Right. So I'm going to sell them on the market at some point.
Slowly let them go.
Yeah.
Just send some pictures like, yeah, this.
Or
this.
you might catch me in the room playing with them. I don't know. I might just, my imagination, my creativity, I got to remember. But yeah, we had some really good memories back in those times. So.
And then, trying to think. And then after that, you lived in the house in Woodridge. So you lived in Waterbury, Woodridge.
Yeah.
And then no one saw you. You ended up moving.
Right.
A little too far. Not far, but further than where we can go.
Right.
No one saw you for a few years, and then we go to high school, and there you are again. You reappeared. You went to O'Neill.
Oh, yes. Again, that's what I'm saying. I transferred schools from elementary schools. I went to 2 different elementary schools.
Mm-hmm.
Then you guys went to Jefferson in the middle school. I went to O'Neill and down the Scroll.
Yeah.
So I know everybody from Woodridge, but then also knowing everybody. So pretty much I knew everybody in high school because of the school transfer, which I thought was pretty cool.
That was like interesting. Like we saw you, we're just like, what?
Yeah.
And then I went to O'Neill, and then like we saw you throughout high school too. And that was pretty chill.
Mm-hmm. It's like a reunion. We had a reunion.
Yeah, it was like, but like even like after high school, like when we ever got to high school, like I was hanging out like the same people. Like you weren't. Everyone was like kind of split up, and then we saw you. Like, what is going on? And then came and left.
Mm-hmm. Man. Yeah, the whole crew split up, and then we all got back together.
Got back together, saw each other, and that was pretty chill. Right, we were trying to like plan another like reunion with everybody. I invited like 30 people, and only like 5 came. But I was like the best 5. I was like, let's go. And then after that, like it wasn't good anymore. Like I couldn't get people to come out, but like I want to try to plan another one with just.
No, we should do it during this break. I think we should. I think if people are still in the area, we should do that.
I mean, I was supposed to do one in the city to see who comes out, but the city being wild.
Yeah, there's only 2 places you can go in the city, man.
There's a few. You gotta come out with us one day. Sorry, I know you work, but like the day you have off, like a Friday or Saturday, like because I drive down there.
Okay.
I'll drive. Like I'll have like 1 or 2 drinks, but like we'll go hit like bar, club, everything. We'll just go hop through it all. We go to like River North. That gets a little hard to get into, but we can go like up to like Gold Coast.
Man.
See everybody.
Yeah, see, the only parts I know, like I've been in the city, like the cool parts, but South Side, East Side, 79th, 75th. So I haven't really expanded or explored.
Even gone to like the building towers
often. Yeah,
in the city.
I can count how many times I've been there. So it's more to unravel in Chicago for sure.
It's definitely interesting. Like the bar scene, the club scene. Like you go into like a bar and like you just get like college kids. You go into another bar and you get like older people. You'll go into like it just depends. Like in one area, I went to like a rap bar, and then I went to like next door was like a college kid bar. I was like, what is going on? Like we just kept hopping, and it's a great time.
So you can see it. Yeah,
go to the beach.
Yeah, not now, but
not now. It's a bit cold now.
Because Chicago's turned on us immediately.
Yeah, it's been like I was wearing shorts and a t-shirt like 2 days ago. Now I'm about to put out my hoodies and my sweaters and stuff. Just go like that.
No, it's the time. It's more the time for what's that? They say cuffing season. You get all cozy with your girlfriend, and stay in the house and just get big. That's eat all the food you want. That's pretty much.
Right, you gotta get swole. Gotta hit the gym.
I lost weight, man. I was 225. I was 225. I lost weight now. I'm back down to like 180. I'm trying to keep it there. 175, 180. I'm trying to stay there. I don't want to be 225.
I'm kind of hit just the gym and just
Stay
go
active.
crazy.
Yeah, eat a lot of protein.
Because I think I'm about to do, I'm probably going to do that later today before I go to the city. Go to the gym real quick. It's a great time. It's
Where did you go?
I go to Edwards.
Edwards. Okay.
So like every third Friday of the month, I get one in for free. So I'll bring like Abel with me, and we'll work out, and I'll go in the sauna, and I'll go take a shower, and I'll just kind of like put back on my clothes and just continue on with my day. I like going in the morning or like late at night. If right before they close, maybe like 2 hours before, I'll like lift real quick. I'll do like some rowing or run the track, and I just come back and that's how we do it.
Yeah, I got to get back into running. I think I just stopped running. I used to run a lot, but I still go to the gym every day.
Mm-hmm.
I go to Planet Fitness.
Really?
Yeah, I go to Planet Fitness. It's cheap. You get to see all types of different things that people doing cartwheels. I see one person doing hokey pokey, booty butt naked. So I off the shower. So you see a whole bunch of stuff at Planet Fitness, but it's cheap.
I heard they don't have like bench press.
It's kind of weird. They do, but it's not what you would see in your everyday fitness.
So I saw I was reading something like Planet Fitness did look to see what the top machines are at every gym,
right.
and they don't use them because people come, they'll just do the normal the stuff, and then people their model is basically getting as many customers as possible, and they know they'll never be able to fill the place, but it's how many people can you get for such a low price, and that's why they stay open.
No, yeah.
And they just don't have the main machines people would want to use to gain muscle.
No, yeah. I guess they got a machine that you can utilize it and make some results, but it's limited. But it also depends on where you go, because there's certain Planet Fitnesses that I went to, and I'm like, wait a minute, this is completely horrible compared to what I'm going to now. So it depends, I guess. It depends.
Bro, what else have you been up to?
Man,
shows.
So shows. I've been trying to stay consistent with shows.
When's your next show?
I have one. I just finished one yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So I just finished one yesterday. This one that I have coming up is going to be 3 shows.
Mm-hmm.
The 27th and 28th. So it's going to be Friday and Saturday
Of October.
Okay. So 1 show on Friday and 2 shows on Saturday at CG's Comedy Club in Bolingbrook. So it's going to be right around the corner. Yeah. So it's local. So all the people and the family and friends that be like, oh, I'm going to check you out. I'm going to come hang out with you, man. I heard you was funny. Now it's your time. If you don't show up, it's over. That's how we look at it.
Well, I'm going to advertise that too.
Yeah.
So that this will come out. I'm going to try to drop it early morning Friday.
Yeah.
But we'll post about it Thursday.
Of course.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We'll probably have enough content to do all 3 days.
No, yeah. I'm not. Yeah, we'll be good. And you've been to multiple shows before,
Yeah.
so you know how it is.
I mean, yeah, CG's pretty nice.
Mm-hmm. And you haven't been at Batavia yet, and that's a good comedy club too out there.
I went to the Yorkville one. That was interesting.
The Yorkville, that was
Comedy Vault.
Comedy Vault's in Batavia. I don't think you've been in the Comedy Vault yet.
No, I know I haven't been to the Batavia. What's the
See, I'm trying to think.
You've
you've been to open mic. I think you've been to
whatever one was in Yorkville, because that was far. And then I went to the one in Lamont.
You went to the law office pub.
The law office pub.
Yeah.
I went to the one in not Lamont, but where does Evan live? Where his parents used to live? Lockport.
Oh yeah.
I went to Lockport one.
Studios.
And then we went to the one in Bolingbrook and the one in Lombard, where you and Brandon did it. The brew house or whatever.
Yeah. So you've been to a lot.
I've been to a few.
lot. So you can, if you don't show up to any of the shows, it's okay. You've been to multiple shows. And you paid your dues, as they say.
Well, it's still good to go. I mean, you get to see everybody. I remember we went to what was the one in by T Snow, the coffee shop with the upstairs.
That is so you went to open. Well, it was.
That was
I
an
guess it
open
was a showcase.
mic,
It was a
yeah.
showcase. It was a showcase. Ashbury. You went to the Ashbury Coffee.
Yeah, we ran into came in there. Like we looked up and I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Yeah, man, I just decided to come out." And then that's kind of been.
Nah, I appreciate you guys always coming out showing support. So that means a lot to me. But at the same time, because we get busy. We all get busy. People got their lives. And,
But I always try to like see what everyone's up to, just to kind of see. Like I know, like so I saw, I was like, "Yeah, we gotta go. We gotta just see what's going on. It's not far."
yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah. Did you? I guess the question would be: did you enjoy the show?
I did.
Okay, cool.
Every single, you have like always new material, or like still have like some original material, but you always have like one or two jokes that are like different. Like you'll be trying something. Like you have the Little Mermaid one.
Oh yeah, that's a few stuff. Yeah, I gotta get back to writing. That's what it is. But I'm glad you.
Your African father.
Man, yeah, you gotta have it all. So I think it's just the writing part, the process of writing, and then having time to hit up multiple open mics so you can kind of progress at a faster rate.
I was gonna say you should have came with us. You would have had a lot of material coming with us to the camping trip.
But you, I heard that you guys almost fell in the lake. Somebody.
Oh no, not almost.
Oh, it happened.
People went in.
Oh my goodness.
We had day one. We had Jeremy flipped his boat with his partner, and it got beat up by a tree underwater.
Oh my goodness.
The kid lost his keys, and then we were able to like get most of his stuff back. Like he lost his car keys, and then so he lost his car keys, parts of his tent, some food, all the beer that they had, all their shoes, but everything else we were able to like refine.
That's crazy.
So then, like the night out, we like put the camping stuff together, and he goes to put up the tent, and he only has one pole for the whole tent, and that was like the tent for everybody.
What?
So then we ended up sleeping, like we ended up going to bed, and then like we got hurricane winds, and we're on a sandbar, so like we got sand thrown into our tents. So we had like mosquito nets, and like sand was coming through, and like me and Josh were just sitting there, and then we look at their tents like dancing in the wind.
Oh my god!
And then it started raining.
So yeah.
And then I put a tarp over me and Josh, but then they got soaking wet in their tent from the rain. And then we had like rain 2 nights in a row. We had like crazy stuff happen. And
storm. It wasn't like a big storm.
2 back to back.
Oh my goodness.
Both the first 2 nights, yeah.
I got lucky then. I sure.
But you should have came. It's like you got to come next year. We're gonna do it again next year.
Mm.
We're all gonna get better materials, but like you don't really need much.
Yeah.
Like everyone else could like. You just need a tent, but like if I'm like me and Josh are probably gonna buy like a separate tent, so like you could always sleep with one of us.
Sleep with one of y'all, huh?
I'm gonna tell you the truth. You want to have a partner in these things,
Nah.
or just flip the canoe and just get a bed thing and just sleep under the canoe. Because like I'm gonna be real with you, it gets wild up there. It was so bad that first night.
Man. Yeah, I know. I haven't been camping in a while. It's been a long time.
Even the second night was wild.
Yeah.
We did a whole contraption on how to like stay dry, and then all broke. We all got soaked. We like put like a huge tarp above us, and like the water's not gonna get in, and the wind came and water just come sideways, missing the whole tarp, beaming me and Josh. And I was like, man, this sucks.
It's crazy. Yeah, I mean, I probably would have had a lot of material then. So.
Yeah, that's everything go wrong.
Mm.
But that's kind of been like what I've been doing.
The camping trip.
The camping trip, vacations.
Yeah.
How is like everything like? How is like comedy now?
Okay. So, from my opinion, I can't
Yes.
because everyone has a different opinion on it. I might argue and say that it might be a little easier
To break out or to do it? Oh, serious.
I think before.
Mhm.
I think before, like back during the the 90s, I feel like it was easier to kind of get your big break because people, you can say whatever you want to say back during those times.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like there was no sensitivity like that. Like you can get away with saying certain jokes or certain jokes that we use now can be considered as corny or you get canceled right away. So I just think back then it was easier to kind of break through. Now they may make the argument and say no, not now because of you got social media. But, that's either here or there. But I just think it was a lot easier back then. Now, you gotta, I don't know, you gotta have a following.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta have a following. Some of these clubs don't care if you're funny or not. You gotta have some type of following, and if you can get those chairs filled up, or those, you're good. And then you can kind of develop from there. But that's pretty much where we're at right now.
How do you like prove to them that you can fill up some chairs? It's just like, hey, I'm getting like this XYZ amount of views on my stuff.
Pretty much, yeah. Like if someone recognizes you from like a social media, a huge social media platform, and they look at you, oh, okay, they're gonna see you doing something,
Mm-hmm.
and then you got a huge fan base.
Mm-hmm.
Then yes, you have a way to kind of make a way, I guess you could say. Like you can get there. So I guess that's what I'm working on. Of course, you got to be funny,
Mm-hmm.
and you got to have some work ethic. You got to write. You got to make these jokes work, and you got to try them out on open mics to see if they work. But you got to have a following. Either that, or someone has to vouch for you.
Okay.
Someone that's already established has to go, hey, look at this guy, check him out. He's a good friend of mine. He's funny, and boom, you got
a spot.
Yeah. It's pretty much.
How is like doing comedy like? I'm guessing like when you do comedy like here, like in Yorkville or like Ashby, there was jokes that you said that bombed at Ashby's, but then the same jokes in Lombard killed it.
Yeah.
Do you ever like kind of like read the room?
You have to because like I could say something completely. I could say something completely out of pocket,
Mm-hmm.
but it's only considered out of pocket in that particular venue.
Mm-hmm.
So you do have to read the room, and then there's a lot of I don't want to say snowflakes or whatever, but there's a lot of people who just don't want to hear certain stuff. Like, oh, that's gross, or you're talking about dating, and I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
I have a joke about dating apps and stuff like that, and some of them, they mad because I'm talking about them. So that's what it is. So it'll work in other places. You gotta read the room.
I found that very interesting. Like when I saw you, where I first saw you, you had like I'm not gonna give away your bit, but like of your cousin, your cousin, and the joke at Lombard hits, but then you said the same joke at Ashby's, and it was like a younger crowd, and it just got silent real quick. Yeah, I was like, me and Cameron sitting there, like I was like looking, I was like, that's very interesting. Like I never thought like it would be, but I was like, okay. So like when you look up and like see like older people, you can maybe get away with more than like younger people.
It depends, and it depends on the type of younger people, because there's a lot of younger people that love that joke.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna like put it out there.
Yeah.
But was it the one when I said you make me mad?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. 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 But that one I don't want to. I might even tell that joke anymore because 2 reasons. It's just people look at it a certain way, or I don't know. In certain rooms, you got to say that joke in. You're right.
It was like.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to say the guy's name or the person's name or the girl. I don't want to say the name, but yeah.
But like it was just so funny, like to see even like just like the reaction of the room, like depending on where you're at.
Yeah.
Depending on how like the night's going, like it could have some total.
You got to recover too. I mean, you have to recover because you. And they might have heard that joke before too.
Yeah.
A few times. Like there's some people who go there and they heard that joke in particular, and it'll work. But,
So what do you do in those situations? Like if you like walk in a room, like you've been now. I know you were saying you went to like Ashby's a bunch of times, open mic nights. How do you like? Do you like tell the same joke but differently in these rooms now, or do you figure out how to like tell them? How to change them?
I would probably do something completely different if I can, and then or add some stuff. Maybe add certain tags before, or add different characters or names. So it's just certain things that you can kind of pick up and try to see what you can kind of venture off into. That kind of like throw them off a little bit. Because if I know that, let's say I see a Chad that's in there, Chad or Sarah, they come every Tuesday night to the same stuff, and they see my set, and they know I'm doing the same jokes, then I got to switch it up for them a little bit.
Because how are you gonna do the Friday, Saturday? Is it Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for your next show, or Friday, Saturday?
It's Friday and Saturday.
How do you? Because you're gonna have if people come to both, do you just have to think about okay, we have to like switch it aside. Like what haven't I done yet?
I could do that. I can go that route, or I could just say I don't care. It is what it is. You came. You seen my set. Because at the end of the day, if you kind of like just black out the noise and realize like you're there to make other people who haven't seen your set before, then it kind of gets easier. So, yeah. But it's a challenge. It can be a
What
challenge.
was? Do you have any like spots that you do that like are just like hidden gems?
Like different clubs that I enjoy.
Yeah.
I mean, all the clubs are cool. Like CG's is like that's a home based club for me because it's so close. It's close.
Yeah, it's really down the street.
The Comedy Vault is a great club though.
In Batavia?
Yeah, it's the people are awesome there too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just great clubs. Both great clubs. I've done Zany's a few times. It's a very hard club to get into. That's in Chicago.
The one on the north side, right?
Yes, and they have one in Rosemont too. So it's kind of everybody wants to get in that club. So it's kind of you could be funny or you can have things going, but it's like
So that me and Abel went to like I think it's called the Nasty Show.
you went to the Laugh Factory then. I think
Is it the?
you might have went
It's
to
the one on the north side of Chicago.
Yeah, I think that's the Laugh Factory you went to. I'm not 100% sure. But
It might be the Laugh Factory. But yeah, we went to the Nasty Show, and I was like, "Oh, this is a cool like stage and stuff like that." But we almost—I didn't know there was like you had to be there by a certain time. Like we were late. They locked the doors, and I was like, "No, let us in."
Yeah.
And then like they're like, "You trying to get in?" I was like, "Yeah, we have the tickets and stuff." He's like, "You're supposed to be in at this time, but like, come on in."
Okay.
And they let us in like a minute late, and like we just like sat down and stuff and ordered.
No, okay, yeah, I was gonna say So yeah, I've been to the Laugh Factory maybe once, and that's when I kind of was getting my feet wet a little bit.
I would say I feel like it's like I feel like that's like a major club because I always see the stuff on Instagram.
No, it's one of the big name clubs. Zany's is a big name club too.
Danny too, yeah.
Yeah, so it's in the city,
Yeah.
wise, but CG's Comedy Ball, they're making their way up there too.
I feel like you gotta get out there.
Yeah, the city is where it's at, man. That's where you can go, or you want to travel. There's another comedy club that's more, what's the term they like to use? Urban. It's just like it's more for raw sense of humor.
Where's this at?
Riddles. That's in Alsip. So they do open mics on Mondays, and I've done a show. It was a time where they used to do the shows. They do a late night show Wednesday, and most of the crowd is just black people. It's just black people, and the thing is about black people when it comes down to the crowd, they'll let you know if you ain't funny. They'll let you know. But I've had a great night. That was probably the best time I've had because I can say the jokes, I can say certain things, and it won't be out of pocket. It'll just be like, oh, this guy's
Everything's.
yeah. So it's more raw. So I think that's just where I'm at. You got to be able to read the room. You have to be able to modify your jokes, know what to say, know how to move. It's arts to it. It's definitely art form.
Now, are you learning that stuff as you go, or is there like they'll teach you, or like how does that work? Like if a comedian sees your set, does he come up to you like, hey, you should have changed like this, and this, or like learn how to do this?
Yeah, a little bit of everything. You got to be able to do it. You have to be open to criticism too. Like, so that's just me. Like, whenever someone says, "Hey, man, can I offer you some advice?" or I'm listening. I'm not,
of course, yeah.
because you got most of these comics, they they're high strong. They don't want to take nothing. They don't want to hear any of that. They're like, this guy told me I need to do this, and fuck him, man. I'm not going to use profanity, but yeah, that's.
I think you can. I don't know what the YouTube guidelines are.
Well, just block it out, cut it out. If you can go beep, I think you can.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but that's what it is. It's you got to be able to take criticism. You got to be able to and be open to watch people. Because if you know someone that's consistent and he's finding work and he's getting work, or she's that person's getting work, you could ask them what they're doing. And there's only two ways they're going to do. Two things they're going to do. They're either going to give you the real, or they're going to sabotage you because they don't care about you. How dare you ask them? There's a lot of hating in this game. A lot of shading in this too. So
I was gonna say the one thing that like I've seen a lot, and like I feel like a lot of people don't do, is they reuse their material on Instagram. Like, I feel like you could post about like stuff. The next month you post about the same stuff. No one even remember.
no, it's true. It's true. Unless it goes like viral. Like if it gets huge, but even then you can kind of
reuse it.
Yeah, absolutely. So I see a lot of comics doing that, and it's a good marketing strategy. So I think that's just where I'm at too. I got to learn how to utilize social media. I have to learn how to push it out more. I guess you could say. I got to learn how to do that. Now I got the TikTok going when I first started doing the COVID, but
I could show you some stuff like even from like I was able to like grow my account. It's not like major, but I was able to have like 5,000 people see my account in a month. I had to keep going, like being consistent. I was like, man, like I just wanted to break 2,000. I was like, okay, let's break 2,000. I had a video that got 5,000 views, and I was like, fuck. well, now what?
Mm.
So yeah, I was able to like get it up there, and I was like, I don't know if I want to. That was a lot. I had to pose like every day. I had to like pull up the chair, make videos. Like I had to make try to make like 10 videos a day, and then like I picked the best one and then post it. That took a lot of time and effort. And what are you like? Are you free Fridays and Saturdays?
Saturdays. Sometimes Fridays depends on situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna start doing the Realtor Chronicles Street Edition. I'm buying microphones and on my phone. Obviously, it should be like a. It's not really gonna be, or me asking like real estate questions, but like you could like be a guest, like holding the microphone and just like someone says something like, "Damn, you broke his head" or something.
No, yeah. I mean, yeah. I'll talk to someone.
Because that's like comedian. Like I want to try to get like other people to do it with me.
Yeah.
Like surprise guest. We have a surprise guest today, and like we'll start like interviewing you, and like we'll just go from there. Be like, hey. No, like, go interview some people. And I'll be holding the camera or something.
No, yeah, we can. I'm open. Like I said, I gotta expand, man. I gotta start taking chances. I can't just be quiet.
Because you can use like the content's not gonna matter. Like you can use like I could just send you the content. You could just post it. Like oh yeah, I was like on this like Prisons podcast, on this like street podcast, and you can just go from there.
No, for sure. I'm open. Definitely. Like I said, being an introvert and trying to also break that shit.
What's out of all your like skits? What's your favorite one that you've done?
Oh man. So during COVID,
Yes,
I was into the TikTok stuff. I got into TikTok. I used to hate TikTok. I would never get on. I said I would never get on TikTok ever. I got bored. COVID hit. I was at work and I was just experimenting with stupid videos, scrolling down, learning how to work it a little bit. I still don't know how to work it. I feel like I'm an old man and grandpa. I don't know how to work it, but I would do Michael Jackson impressions. That's it. I would do Michael Jackson's impressions, and I was just fooling around, and it went viral. Like I was like, oh, okay, maybe this is a certain way to kind of get build a following or create or kind of build off your creativity. So I just found something there, and it's been good so far. I think Michael Jackson's skits is probably the best, and I'm gonna try to do more of that. I built a little fan base on TikTok doing that, so I might do a little of that at some point.
You gotta let me know. I'll always reshare your stuff. I mean, you want to know shows, just let me know. Like I sometimes see it, or like I'll put out my email blast I send out. Like, hey, check this guy out. Or like every time I see a show, I like take a picture of you and like I'll be like, hey, he's gonna be here, here, and here.
No, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I'm just anything. So you got anything that you can do to stay. I guess you could say busy. Busy when it comes down to creativity. So yeah, Michael Jackson's probably the best, the best impression.
You gotta bring that man.
Get the skits back. I know I'm dressing up for Halloween.
Michael Jackson?
Yeah, I got the Halloween costume right now.
Which one do you have? The Thriller?
It's two of them. It's the regular Billie Jean jacket, the Billie Jean shirt, and then it's the one with the Thriller. So I'm in between two. I gotta make the skits happen. So
Right, you gotta just go up open mic night. Go with Michael Jackson.
I know, right? We gotta do something like that. That'll work. Gotta get it going. Huge fan though. He ain't touching the kids. I don't believe it, man. I don't buy it. A lot of people they argue. Some of them going to cry. I posted a video on Instagram and I did a joke at Zany's, and some of the crowd was like, "Oh, they had something to say about it." Michael ain't touching kids, man. I don't buy it.
You don't buy it?
I don't buy it, man. I know he didn't touch some kids.
Was he just trying to show? Someone said he's trying to just show off to kids. He didn't have a childhood. Like, look what I have.
Yeah, he was. He was. Well, he was a nice guy.
Yeah.
Like he was. You got to understand. He was traveling. This is me defending Michael.
Mm-hmm.
He was traveling since he was a kid. He didn't have time to make friends and do all these makeup, all these childhood things. So, I think he was trying to compensate for that. So he just, all right, I'm gonna care for children, have kids come in, hang out with them. But I don't think he did that. I don't think he did anything with those kids.
But I feel like it was crazy when he died. I was like, dang, he was one of the most iconic.
He is. Yeah.
I remember I saw the video of him like going into like a potter or like a vase shop, and they're like, he's like walking around like buying like artwork and stuff, and they're like, oh, this vase like 100, like 20,000. He's like, cool, I'll take two.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I'll take that one.
And that one.
That one too.
And that one too.
And that can come with me too.
And like everyone's like, you see everyone's like outside the window like staring in, and he's like, I'll take that one.
Yeah, he was nice. From what I know, what I feel, I think he was just very loving and caring to the children. Just not too caring like they think. They think he was a sicko. He wasn't a sicko. Michael didn't do nothing. Love Michael Jackson. So it's definitely Michael. Innocent. If you ask me, Michael's innocent.
Bro, I was going to post this one.
Huh?
The Love of Michael Jackson.
The Love of Michael. Michael was great, man. I feel like he is the and this is me getting into music now because I'm just curious. Because you got your Michael Jacksons, you got your Tupac's, Biggie's, like you got the pinnacles of rap. You know, Michael created a whole wave. You know,
he had a whole style.
Yeah, he gave it to all these other artists that's out doing it. You know, my cousin being one of them. You know what I'm saying? So it's, but I think it's just, yeah, you can't beat it, man. Michael's the great of all time.
Well, he had like the most like sold shows. He's like the biggest artist in the world for like one point. It's like now it's like with everything going on, like people are like, I don't know, he had like the most Grammys. I think 11.
Yeah,
he still holds that record, but I know like people are trying to get close to it.
Well, I think Drake is.
I think Drake
on his way of tying or even one more hit.
Well, I think Kendrick Lamar had 10 Grammys, and he's like, I didn't want to be Michael. But like, he couldn't do nothing about it. If he
Kendrick has 10 Grammys already?
No, I mean, at one time, he won 10 or something like that. I think Michael has the most in one night, won 11, and that's like the highest. I think Kendrick Lamar won like 10 in one night.
I didn't know that. That's news to me.
No, something like that. Like, I know Kendrick Lamar got like really close. He's like, I didn't want to be Michael Jackson. But I know like Drake's like always big. He's a huge artist. Like all of them. Someone's going to eventually.
Are you a Drake fan?
I haven't listened to any of his like the last 5-year songs.
Okay, so you.
Like,
so you're not a Drake fan, and
no.
like, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, you can acknowledge him as a great artist.
He's a great artist. Like,
yeah.
I enjoyed him. Like, I enjoy some of the stuff. Like, I enjoy like watching some of his like videos. Like, he had like the guest appearance on like Walk It Like I Talk It. He like turned around and had like the curly hair.
Yeah.
That was like funny. Like, I like some of his songs. I know he did a song with like Bad Bunny recently.
Yeah.
I just heard it today, and I was like, okay. Like, yeah, I like dance music. I like EDM. Give me those club hits. I want to go crazy.
So you like the
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. I gotta be on the Percocet. I'm not against it. I don't know. I think Drake is. I think he did something similar too. Like he created his own wave of music too. Like because you have.
But yeah, he had so much like. I feel like he's just iconic, and like when he does stuff, even when he does like anything, like people like see it, like he's on videos. He's not really like he has this whole singing, but it's like when you see him, you're just like, damn, like he's like he has like his movement going on. He's like bigger than music now.
Well, yeah, I think he started a genre of music.
Yeah,
I think he started a genre of music. That's what makes him so huge because you got I don't know if you know Bryson Tiller.
I've heard of him. Yeah,
he's I think he's a Drake baby.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying he's copying Drake, but I'm saying Drake influenced him to kind of how people rapping and singing like that. And you have maybe The Weeknd, kind of. I don't know. You can throw The Weeknd in, kind of. I can't think of anybody else, but Party Next Door. So all these rappers are very similar to Drake.
I mean, like that's like
that style.
Yeah.
So that's why he's big. I think he's big because he created a genre of music almost. That's why I give him his flowers. Now, is he the most talented musician? No, not at all. I'm not even the biggest fan of Drake. I like Drake, but
I don't know what it is. I don't know. It's just I don't like. I'm not too big into slow tempo songs. I don't know what it is. Like EDM. I don't care who you are. Like I still listen to R. Kelly.
R. Kelly. Yeah.
I have a few songs I'm like cool, but like people are like, "What are you doing?" I'm like,
I still think he's one of the kings of R&B.
I still watched like the like when they did like he had the
Trap in the Closet.
Oh my god,
it's still good. Right?
Once a year, I have to go back. And it's like hilarious
from the beginning, from start to finish. R. Kelly is still one of the greatest.
It was just hilarious. Yeah, like it went on for it was like 26 episodes of Trap in the Closet. It just kept going on. I'm just like, They still have it on YouTube.
Yeah,
That's when I checked.
I remember that. I word from word almost.
So the day he got arrested, I know one of the cops arrested him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what was his reaction to when he arrested R. Kelly?
He was like, I never asked him, but he's like, oh yeah, I was there when they arrested R. Kelly. I was one of the arresting officers. I was like, huh? And then like it was just kind of funny to hear, but he was just like, yeah, we arrested him. I was there. Like, dang.
What's your stance on that? Did you think he did it? Because
He probably did it.
I know he did it.
Yeah, he did those things.
Yeah, I can't defend R. Kelly. I can't speak. I can't speak for him, and I'm not even gonna get into that.
But it's crazy. He was the first, we'll say, like, real famous person I've seen at a show.
You been to R. Kelly's show?
I went to the guy performing was Kaido at Navy or Kygo. No, Kygo, and then Kygo brought him out. So like Kygo, this was like before he got arrested or anything. He might have been arrested once, but like he came out and everyone started going crazy, and then like maybe like a year later he got arrested for all this stuff.
So R. Kelly, you saw R. Kelly?
I saw R. Kelly live.
I've seen R. Kelly live.
He did it as like in remix of Ignition. He did another song, and then he was like, "Thank you, Chicago." This was like he got arrested once, but it wasn't like where to like he was going down yet. This is like
going down.
This is like yeah. So we saw him. I was like, "Oh, this is crazy." I might have the video. One of my old phones, but it was like crazy. I was like,
yeah, he was the king of R&B. He was the king.
So yeah, we saw him. And, it was kind of crazy. I'm trying to think. Was he? But he wasn't even the first person I saw live. I went to Lollapalooza and saw SZA. This was like, who is this? Like she was like opening act. I was sitting there. I was like, bro, why am I here? Now she's like huge.
No, yeah, I met SZA. And I went to one of her concerts. A friend of mine at the time was a big fan of SZA, and he was like, "I got free tickets, bro. Let's go see SZA." I had to say it in that manly voice, so it won't make it seem like we, go see SZA. But she was cool.
She was pretty good. Like even then and like now, like I was like, if she was out, like I would go see her.
No, yeah, she's huge, man.
But yeah, she was the first concert I went to was a SZA concert.
Yeah.
And then she was the absolute first person I saw, and R. Kelly was the biggest person I saw. It's hilarious to say that. Like no one knows that I actually saw R. Kelly live. I was just like, it was so crazy. It was like I was like, "Oh, who's in Brie?" I was like, R. Kelly. I was like, "Let's go!" And like a few months later, he got arrested. I was like, "Oh no!"
He definitely peed on that girl. He did.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He did. He gave her a golden shower. That's what it was.
Isn't there a song about that? Or no?
I think they did a few skits about it.
Mm.
But R. Kelly did it, man. I'm still a fan, but what can you do?
Yeah,
can't help him.
Can't help.
Didn't they give him like 20 years or something?
I don't know, but he was broke beforehand. I felt bad.
I
felt bad like going before he even got arrested. He didn't have money, and now he really doesn't have money. He signed a deal. He like basically sold everything when he signed the deal.
That sucks.
Yeah.
You seen the interview? The interview when
I can't fucking take this anymore.
I didn't do this stuff. Y'all killing me. 40 years of my career.
But that was
R. Kelly. 40 years of my career. What? Man, I feel bad. But it is what it is. I can't do nothing. I can't help it. I can't defend R. Kelly. I can't. It's nothing I can do. Michael, yes, I can.
Oh, he did it for sure.
No, I can't. Oh, no. There's no way around it. Ain't no way around it. What about Bill Cosby? How you feel about Bill Cosby? Now we just gonna go.
I never really I saw the Cosby Show, but like I would say out of like everything, like I saw a few episodes of the Cosby Show. He did do it for sure. Like that's too many women to come forward. You can't even. That's too many women coming forward. That was one too many. Like if there was like maybe like that was one too many. Like I was like, yeah, he did it for sure.
I don't know, Bill Cosby.
But I didn't really see the Cosby Show, so I would say R. Kelly probably had the bigger. I was like, dang, or like Bill Cosby was like,
put in pops.
I know he did a lot. Like he had the first. They said he had the first show that actually had like black people looking like. Actually, like everyone else had like big lip stuff. He had like they actually looked normal. Like, he did a lot for like that culture. No, the culture and a lot for that. It's kind of bogus that they pulled the Bill Cosby Show. But I would have kept that on at least, or at least be able to like stream it somewhere. If you wanted to see it, it would be there.
Well, they say that, and this is a conspiracy thing, but they target like he was gonna buy NBC. That's what they said. He was gonna buy NBC. They didn't want that happening, and so they took him out, or they tried to sabotage him. They killed his son too. Like there's a whole bunch of stuff that that I don't really. I listen to it, but then it's like, there's nothing I can do about it.
That's like a.
So,
But yeah, there's just been. I remember that whole like situation like when it started like with everything. There was like right before COVID, like everyone was getting taken out for like, everything. There were some people that couldn't though. Like they'll come out and like it didn't even like it bounced right off them.
nah, yeah, I don't know.
Like James Franco got taken out.
Oh yeah, I haven't heard from him in a while.
Oh, I think he's like permanently done, but like he had such good movies.
Is it because he was talking to like a minor or something? Or
I don't really know. I know he had some stuff with like he was teaching at colleges and he was like talking to all the college girls. There was like that. There's some other stuff. I'm not sure what happened with him, but I was like, dang, he's done. Like, but he was always funny. That was a lot.
Can't you see like someone like James Franco though, and then having him in Spider-Man like in a serious role is kind of funny. Just kind of like,
Well, it's funny because he did like I think starting out he did serious movies and then he went into like funnier movies. Like the movie I remember is when he was like that tech billionaire with the guy from Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
That was a really good movie. This is the End or not? Yeah, This is the End was one. The interview with he went to North Korea. That was pretty funny. There's he had a lot of interesting roles that like were funny movies. Well, I was like, dang.
Yeah, to see that transition was kind of off.
The best, the movie that is the wildest though is Tribe of Thunder. I know like he's not in it, but like the amount of like I showed someone that was like younger than me 2 years back. She was 20, and I showed her the movie, and she's like, "This isn't funny." And by the end, she's like, "This is hilarious." Like everything. I told her about it, and I was like, "Oh yeah," like and watch it. And like right now, you can make that movie, but it's like playing it now is hilarious.
You can't make that movie no more. You can't make White Chicks. You can't do that anymore.
It's probably gonna. I feel like independent studios are gonna start coming out making those movies, like and just posting them on YouTube or like places like that. Like it's starting to get there where like Hollywood isn't making like low budget funny movies anymore, and there are some low budget funny movies. Like I was watching like I've been watching a lot of YouTube short videos or movies, 10 to 30 minutes max, or 10 minutes is like the shortest, like 30 minutes. They have like a whole genre of horror movies, like 30-minute horror movies, but there's like funny movies that are just like funny, like Finley is one of them. It's about basically the doll that tries to kill people, but he can't. So like, he'll run up with a knife and like he'll about stab you, and they like kick him, or he'll like go like swing a bat shot, like trip you down the stairs, and he'll hit like the railing and like look up at you and be like, oh. Or he'll like he'll have a toaster and he'll throw it in the bathtub and he'll look and it's not plugged in, and he's like, oh, and he'll like run away. It's just like
I don't know if I've seen that one. That's funny.
I saw it like twice. I went to go see Josh Hawks and I saw it twice at his house, and it was hilarious.
His dog can't kill anyone who wants to kill somebody.
He's like trying to kill. Like they find him in the house. They buy a house or something. They find him. They open up the chest and like, he's like trying to kill everyone. And it's like it goes into like 6 months later. He just like is at that kitchen table, like just like trying to still kill people. Like he'll like have like rat poison, like looking at them in the point. He's like he's pouring like rat poison again in the food, and like they'll spray him with the water. Like bad Finley, bad Finley.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I gotta look into that.
There's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot of films I haven't been able to watch. Movies, it's stuff I gotta get
I've been watching a lot of like, you know what Love, Death, and Robots is? So it's 3 seasons. Each episode is different. So you can start any season, any episode, and watch the whole thing. And any order doesn't matter because every episode is different with a different cast and different animation.
Okay. It's like Black Mirror almost.
Yes, but shorter. It's like 30-minute long episodes. I literally when I watched it, I like forgot, like I had showings that day. I skipped everything. I was like locked in. I was like, these are amazing. And it was so good to like see like with 30 minutes of your time, like you can make some funny stuff happen. And that's one thing also with like YouTube. If they're just short videos, like people are just making them. Like that's more of like a upbeat studio. But it's like if you have some short-term content, you can probably make some really good stuff.
No, I mean, and that's the thing. That's what's in now.
Yeah.
So it's. I mean, I got some ideas. You know, it's just I gotta do them. You know.
Because I'm going to eventually, do like try to like expand my content, but like have it in the street, have it like wild, like interview different people. Like it takes a lot to like get someone to do this. Like I could probably pump out like one a week. If I had a microphone, I'd just be pumping out like stopping at like local restaurants, be like, hey, can I interview the owner? Give me 10 minutes of your time. How'd you start? How did you do this? Just doing that, just pulling content in. I feel like I can move faster.
No, yeah, you got to. But again, it all comes down to what they say, network. You got to network.
But they say like your Instagram, all your followers is basically your network.
Yeah, it's but you got to build on top of that. Like it's like you got to add more, find a way to get more, and keep content pushing.
I look forward to building the next few months. Like, I have these new ideas. I have some stuff I have to buy, and I feel like once I get like a kind of system going, I don't know. I want to see how the next few months go with everything. But like, I have some ideas that I was thinking about like a month ago. Like, how do I structure everything? So like, kind of like, I want to maybe like spend more time on social media because I've seen other agents do it and like grow their social media and have a huge impact on their business.
Mm.
So I might just grow my social media and just see what happens.
You do it, man. You definitely can do it.
Push the podcast more, push other content more, help more people like show like, hey, like don't forget this person had this person on my podcast. Don't forget about him.
Mm.
Like even like every show, I could always post a reel, or I could send you reels, and you can just post the reels on your profile because I'll have the video. Like once I finish it, I could edit it real quick and just send it to you.
No, for sure. Anything that helps. Like I said, it's all about expanding, and pushing out content as much as you can. And also, what they say, growing. You gotta grow, learn some new skills.
Right?
Yeah, man.
But this has been fun.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I ain't done this in a while. I ain't never done this. It's been a long time. So
let them know about your shows again.
Oh yeah. So
the exact dates and times.
Yes. Well, I'm sure I gotta look it up. I have 3 shows coming up. Actually 4 shows total. I got another show. 2 Brothers. That's gonna be. I believe it's going to be the 16th. It's going to be the 16th of this month. And then also the following week, I have, just go to cgscomedyclub.com and he'll put it in the thing.
Yeah, I'll post it on my social media and post it on my story and post it on all that. You'll get it. If you want to see him, go check him out.
Yeah, go ahead. Appreciate it.
Have a good one.
Yeah.